The structure of my presentation is to start from the overall UNIDO Foresight initiative. Then I'm going to speak about the training program on technology foresight, which we have since 2001, and then I will come to the network initiative, which is Eurasian Virtual Center on Technology Foresight. Being a UN organization, we have to be always careful about building up or integrating our methods and our approach into the mandate of the overall UN system. UNIDO is the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, but it's one of the specialized agencies of the UN system. And for us it's important to have a kind of endorsement and promotion of our activities coming from the very top of the UN system. And here you can see the clear mandate which was given to the promotion of technology foresight by the Secretary General. I quote here some words from his report. Coming back and coming down more in the system, into the UN system, UNIDO is a specialized agency, and we of course also develop our own methods and our definitions for our activities. And of course we are not standing alone, we don't create something from the scratch. We are using the already developed concepts and taking them from the best available knowledge. So we are using two quotes for describing what we see as technology foresight, and they are both coming from the well-known sources. One is Ben Martin, 1995, and another is Luke Giorgio, 1996. The overall concept is that we are obliged to look at different futures. The future is very uncertain and we have to be prepared for any kind of future. UNIDO mandate was started for technology foresight program already in the early 90s, and being an industrial development oriented organization, we have to really look at technology foresight, which means we were looking at the very roots of this methodology, and we're looking at the technology over time and its evolution. But since already 5 or 7 years, there was a movement coming out of the only technology-oriented foresight and coming to the foresight as such, bringing social and other more soft, as we call them, humanitarian, if you want, issues into the picture. So we are moving from a technology foresight to just foresight in our program as well. And you can see that institutionally we are coming from investment and technology promotion, where the foresight program was previously located, into the industrial policy and private sector development branch, which is more oriented towards industrial issues and with inclusion of social issues. And it was happening in UNIDO very recently, in February 2008. UNIDO Foresight Initiative as a whole has a specific number of specific aims. We want to look at the midterm and development issues. We want to see the knowledge evolution over time. We have very strong mandate towards sustainable development and emergence of innovations in the regions and in the countries. Not forgetting about environment and issues with ecology. The development objectives which we really have to be with are industrial competitiveness, our main mandate of course, and the potential for trade development. Overall, three main tasks of UNIDO is described now in our working program. And now we have to review the system. Here's the implementation schedule of the program in the Central Eastern Europe and newly independent states. As I said, it started in 2001. We had some ad hoc trainings, we had some ad hoc events, and in 2008 we already came to the complex program with established training program of 5 modules with projects in place, which I'm going to speak about later, and with established partners in the region. Coming to the training program, we have developed this training program throughout years, starting from ad hoc trainings on different aspects of foresight. And our methodology is mostly based on approaching different users or stakeholders of foresight. For example, Module 1 of this training program is targeting organizers of foresight, and traditionally is hosted by the Turkish government in Gebze. And it's targeting the people who are just starting the foresight initiatives, who are complete beginners in this area. Maybe it will be interesting for you to attend the Module 3, which is the module for decision makers. They are targeting people who need to make a decision about taking the foresight or not in the nearest future, or to achieve certain strategic objectives or certain decisions. Very new for our program is Module 5, Training of Trainers, which we are planning still to have this year in Romania. There we are going to train people on really providing training for foresight in their respective countries, because sometimes I have to say our training is always given in English. Sometimes language barrier is not working for us, which means we cannot really reach the wider audience we want to reach with our program. Here you can have some description of different modules. For example, very interesting module we have in the Czech Republic. Every year it's Module 2 on methodology. We started 5 years ago, 7 years ago with this module for different methods covered in one training in 5 days. But we understood with experience, with time, with feedback from our participants, that it's not the way, because the methodology, the foresight methodology, is quite complex, and to go really in depth of each method, you need more time. And so we selected very useful, very commonly used methods, which are scenarios, Delphi, and road mapping, and already introduced 2 modules on scenarios and 1 module on road mapping last year. Module 4 is more oriented towards corporations and business representatives. It's also a very specific module, and this year we are planning to have it for the automotive industry representatives. Just to make a short observation on our training tools available, UNIDO developed training material both electronically and in hard copies. We are moving more into the soft world, into the internet, but still we have Technology Foresight Manual published in 2005. It has 2 modules. Volume 1 is covering the overall concept of foresight with covering methodology and process and stakeholder description. So it's really a handbook for those who are doing foresight. And another volume is giving introduction of case studies with concrete examples how the case of foresight project was going over time in different countries and in different sectors. We are planning to have a new edition of this manual, and we worked it out with the help of, for example, Dr. Saritash, and we are planning to publish this manual in 2009. It's now almost ready. Also, we, of course, going soft. The other tools we can see are the resource web page of the training program. There you can find all the materials, all the presentations we had since 2006 in place for our training program. We have Technology Foresight database. For the time being, it's a kind of window for UNIDO to target the audience interested in technology foresight and foresight-related issues. But in the meantime, we are going to develop it into the database of cases and other useful information.